Okay, so in this lecture we'll describe the species area relationship. Okay, and it is a very a good topic in biodiversity chapter. Okay, so questions in several competitive exams such as NEET and other medical related exams. Okay, and CUSET also asks one questions regarding this paragraph. Okay, so we will discuss in detail. Okay, so this paragraph reveals the during his pioneering and extensive exploration in the wilderness of South America jungle, the great German naturalist and geographer Alexander von Humboldt. Okay, so questions. One questions arise from this one and asks that Alexander von Humboldt's. Okay, related to. Okay, so this Alexander von Humboldt and in front of all they also write down the German naturalist. Okay, and the another option revealing the German naturalist and geographer Alexander. Okay, so you should be know about that. What is that? They are German as well as German naturalist as well as geographer. Okay, so consider this terms. Okay, so observe that within the region, species distance increasing exploring area. Okay. So Alexander von Humboldt gives a graph which is related to the area versus species distance. Okay, and they told that within a region, species distance increases with increasing explored area. Okay, जब भी आप area को explore करोगे, your distance species distance will be increased. Okay, but only up to a limit. वहाँ पे एक limit उन्होंने decide कर दी. In fact, the relation between species richness and area for a wide variety of taxa turns out to be to a rectangular hyperbola. Okay, so these graphs uh, is the is looks like rectangular hyperbola. Okay, on a logarithmic scale, the relationship is a straight line. Describe the equation log s is equal to log c plus j log a. Okay, so this is the equation given by the great two and German naturalist as well as geographer Alexander von Humboldt, and where s is the species distance, a representing the area, and j representing the slope of the line. Okay, and it is also known as regression coefficient. Okay, so is the y-intercept. So ecologists have discovered that value of j lies in the range of 0.1 to 0.2. So please consider this value. This can be asked. Okay, regardless of the taxonomic group or the region. But if you analyze the species area relationship among very large area like the entire continent, you will find that the slope of the line to be much steeper. Okay, so it is the s is equal to c square is the representing the line steeper line, you can say. Okay, and j values in the range of 0.6 to 1.2. For example, for frugivorous birds and mammals in the tropical forest of different continents, the slope is found to be 1.15. Okay, so it is very important paragraph. Okay, means this graph showing the species area relationship, and in several competitive exams this equation as well as the equation given by, okay, means the scientist which discovered this relation is asked. Okay, so please see very carefully because question can be raised from this paragraph. Okay, the next one is that the importance of species diversity to a ecosystem. Okay, so this paragraph representing, I will discuss only important points regarding this paragraph. So for many decades, ecologists believe that the communities with more species generally tend to be more stable. ठीक है, community अगर containing the more species, then वो ज़्यादा stable होगी as compared to those with less species. Okay, what exactly is stability for a biological community? A stable community should not show too much variation. Okay, stable community should not show too much variation. मतलब जो भी stable community है उनमें variation का संभावना काफी कम होती है in productivity from year to year. Okay, It must either resistant or are resilient to occasional disturbance, either they are natural or man-made, and it must also resistant to invasion by alien species. ठीक है, ये मतलब क्या है, एक कांस्टेंट रहती हैं बहुत सारे disturbances से. Either they alien species will not interfere from this one, okay, and other occasional disturbance, okay, so ये resistant nature show करती हैं. So that's why it is stable. We don't know how these attributes are linked to species in a community, but David Tellman, long-term ecosystem expert, David Tellman, this is the very important questions and have been asked in competitive exams, that David Tillman is related to the long-term ecosystem experiment. Okay, so using outdoor plot provided some tentative answers. Tillman found that plot with more species showed less to year variation of total biomass. Okay, so Tillman found that they found that more species shows less year-to-year variation in total biomass. Okay, so it is very important line. He also showed that in his experiment, increased diversity contributed higher productivity. Increased diversity मतलब जितना ज़्यादा diversity होगी, productivity भी उतनी ज़्यादा होगी. ठीक है? Then it is very important line. This biodiversity is not only essential for ecosystem health, but imperative for the very survival of human race on this planet. तो बायोवर्सिटी का रिच होना ये आपके रिप्रेजेंटिंग द सर्वाइवल ऑफ द ह्यूमन रेस ऑन दिस प्लेनेट. ओके, at the time when we are losing the species at an alarming pace, one might ask, does it really matter to us if a few species become extinct? So would वेस्टर्न घाट में क्या है, उनका जो स्टेबिलिटी है ड्यू टू द 3 फ्रॉग स्पीसीज, अगर वहां से लॉस कर दी जाए तो उसका जो फंक्शनल जो वेस्टर्न घाट का है वो खत्म हो जाएगी हमेशा के लिए. However, is our quality's life affected it? Say instead of 20,000 we have only 15,000 species of entire earth. Okay, so it is not very important, but some I have bold these lines which is very important. So another is proper perspective through an analogy. It is also known as river puppet hypothesis. So river puppet hypothesis is also known as proper perspective through an analogy used by Stanford ecologist Paul Harris. Okay, so Paul Harris gives the term river puppet hypothesis. Okay, so it is very important point. In an airplane is associated, or airplane, for example, airplane is equal to ecosystem. Okay, so airplane is made up of different compartments. Some are major, while some are less important. So if you destroy the major parts, then airplane will be dysfunctional. So that's why similarly if you see the ecosystem, okay, ecosystem is made up of different parts, and some are major while some are minor. So if you destroy the major part, ecosystem will be destroyed. So it is explaining this one. Okay, so it is very important. 2 paragraph I have explaining this one, and several questions can be arised from this part. Okay, so please listen carefully and see for which type of question can be arise. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. I will meet in the next lecture. Okay, so thanks.